What would you do if a guest's entitlement made your suite? Innocent coworkers cry? In today's story, one hotel employee's response is a masterclass in how to handle it, especially when the bully works in the same industry. I had been with the hotel for over 2 years. One of only 2 people left who had been there since we switched over to a new franchise. That training was important, because it meant I knew the company's rules inside and out. The cast of this story is simple. There's Mark, the front desk manager, who was still relatively new, having only been with us for about 6 months. There's me, Alex. I'm a nice guy, but I have no tolerance for bullies or entitled people. And then there's the guest who would soon learn that lesson. I walked in for my 3 to 11 p.m. shift to a scene of pure misery. My 2 morning colleagues, Chloe and Jessica, were at the desk, their faces a wreck of smeared makeup from massive crying. Mark, my manager, looked absolutely furious. "What's wrong?" I asked. Mark's voice was tight with anger. "We have a major jerk as a guest. This guy is the highest rewards level for the whole hotel chain. He's demanding. Wants free upgrades. Free everything. And screams at the staff during every single interaction. Every department has called me to complain about him. And just now, he came to the desk and screamed at Chloe and Jessica until they were both in tears." I looked over at them. These were 2 of the sweetest people I knew, fresh out of high school. And they genuinely loved helping people. They didn't deserve any of this. As Mark was explaining, I was already pulling up the guests. Mr. Harrison's room details on my screen. The moment Mark finished his rant, I saw the key piece of information. A smile spread across my face. From ear to ear, I turned to Mark. "Didn't you see he is an employee of a different hotel in our chain?" Mark shrugged. "Yes. But so what? It's truly amazing that someone who works in hospitality themselves could treat other staff with such utter disdain. You'd think the daily struggles of working in the service industry would lead to more compassion. Or at the very least, a basic level of understanding." This revealed the guest's greatest fatal flaw, his arrogance. He assumed no one would ever check the fine print, the very rules he was expected to embody as an employee. And that assumption was about to cost him everything. "So what?" I echoed. "First off, when you travel using the employee discount, you are contractually required to be respectful. It's right there in the fine print on the discount form." I pulled up the form on the screen and showed it to him. Failure to be respectful can lead to your discount being suspended or permanently revoked, and can even get you terminated from your job. You need to call this guy's hotel, ask for his general manager, and explain exactly what he's been doing. I looked up the number for Mr. Harrison's hotel, dialed it, and handed the phone to Mark. As he took the phone, it was clear this was a satisfying turn of events. Many managers in this situation would simply appease the entitled guest to avoid a complaint, letting the toxic cycle continue. But Mark was done playing that game. When the call ended, Mark had an evil and satisfying smile on his face. "His GM is steaming mad," he said, absolutely furious after I described everything this guy has done. Just then, the main switchboard rang. I answered with my professional voice. "Hello. Thank you for calling hotel name. How may I direct your call?" The caller on the other end was gruff. "I want to speak to Mr. Harrison's room. Please." Absolutely. Sir. Have a nice day. I replied, transferring the call. I looked at Mark with a sarcastic grin. Someone wanted to talk to Mr. Harrison. Gee. I wonder who that could be. Mark laughed and said, the GM gave me his personal cell number. He said if we have any more issues at all, to call him immediately. He placed the number right next to the switchboard. Your revenge is done, I told Mark. Now for mine. His eyes went wide. Oh crap. What are you going to do? I just smiled. You'll see. I picked up the phone again. Hello. Hotel Rewards customer service? Yes. I would like to report someone who is using their rewards account while simultaneously using an employee discount on his stay. The reaction on the other end was immediate and sharp. He can't do that. I know. I replied calmly. I'm calling to report him. I gave her the reservation number and his rewards member number. And I bet, I added, if you dig through this guy's history, you'll find that nearly all of his stays are on an employee discount. I am starting a ticket right now to have this guy's entire account investigated. She promised. With that single phone call, the dominoes began to fall. The guest status, his perks, his entire history of gaming the system, it was all unraveling. And he didn't even know it yet. After I hung up, Mark watched with a huge grin as I went into the reservation system and manually removed Mr. Harrison's rewards number from his current stay. That was awesome. He cheered. Oh. I'm not quite finished. I explained. It's time to go spread the news to all departments that he is no longer a rewards member. My first stop was our key card machine, where I made a new room key for him, one without concierge lounge access. Then, I began my tour. As I walked around to every department, the reaction was the same. The moment I mentioned Mr. Harrison's name, I was met with a groan. Oh God. Now what about this a-hole? I then got to explain that he was no longer a rewards member and that his own GM had already likely torn him a new one just minutes ago. The news brought waves of relief and happiness everywhere I went. My last stop was the concierge lounge itself. I used the new key I'd made to void his current one from the door lock. I walked inside and explained the situation to the evening concierge. Maria. She cringed at his name, but was ecstatic to hear she wouldn't have to deal with him again and promised to leave a note for the morning staff. While I was on my crusade, Mark had explained everything to Chloe and Jessica. The moment I returned to the front desk, they both rushed up and gave me a huge hug, thanking me over and over. After they left, Mark looked at me seriously. Do me a huge favor. Please. If I ever piss you off, come tell me so I can fix the issue. Later that night, the moment of truth arrived. Mr. Harrison came to the desk. Not with a scream, but with his hat practically in his hand. His entire demeanor had changed. The arrogant bully was gone, replaced by a man who looked utterly defeated. He spoke politely, almost meekly, saying his key didn't work. Oh. So sorry about that, I said, mustering the best fake smile I could manage. Let me make you a new key. The next day, I checked his rewards account. It was officially suspended. A week later, I checked again. The system simply read, sorry. Account number not found. This story is a powerful reminder that in any industry, The rules apply to everyone. True power often lies not in status, but in knowing the system better than those who try to abuse it. Have you ever had to use someone's own rules against them to get justice? Share your story in the comments below.